Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Let me wait for people to get in here because I decided to schedule this live last minute. So I'm going to wait for the room to kind of fill up a little bit. As I'm waiting, can y'all see this? I'm drinking Waterloo, sparkling water, peach. This is good. And don't you hate it? Like, y'all, I'm back at home. Don't you hate it when you buy something for yourself and it's healthy and like people are drinking it? So I guess it's good. My brothers like it. Y'all see it? It's good. I like peach flavor stuff, especially in the summertime. It's really good. How's my audio? So I'm back at my parents'. I left my brother's. I record over there. My audio is really, really, really bad in my other live stream. And I think it's because the box shifted with the microphone in it and it like turned the knob on my microphone. And so like it just sounds crazy. So I'm gonna have to fix it when I go back over there. But I already left because I had to come home, check on my mom really quick, and make sure that she's good, make sure that she had everything that she needed because I did leave her for a few hours. So I'm back. Yes, I do wash my boho braids. I do. This morning I brushed them out, the curls out dry. I feel like when you brush the curls out dry, especially with is it YG wigs? YG wigs hair, you brush it out dry and then you wet it and you spray it. That's how I've been able to get this look. So let me see how many people are in here. Do I want to get started already? I feel like the notifications are like such a drag. Make sure you turn on notifications because I'm going to be bugging y'all randomly. And you may get my notifications. You may not get my notifications. Also, let me double check while I'm in here to make sure my live chat box is going to get shown. The replay. Because I don't know why my live chat is not replaying. Y'all, I've just been having so many issues. Like, so many. I just don't, like, with technology. Just everything, it's like even my comments, even when y'all comment and I try to put it on the screen, like, look at that. It looks good here, but at my brother's place, like, the lighting is just really bad. So it's just, it's stressful. It's very stressful. Thank you, Kelly. That is so sweet. So I came on here to talk to y'all, just to chat. Oh yeah, like I have thick hair. So let me say that. I have very, very, very thick hair. So I'm good as long as I wait like at least 2 to 3 weeks. It just really depends on your hair and how thick it is. If you have thin hair, then I wouldn't suggest that. And then when I go, I leave my edges out. Okay. I don't care how old I get. Like if I just have to have baby hair, then I guess that's just what I have to have because I'm not about to have no edges. So I would rather have baby hair than no edges. I'm being for real because like they could grip it. They can definitely grip it, but do I want them to? No. No, no, no. So I just try to decorate it, make it look somewhat decent because I'm afraid that I'm gonna have like little bald spots up there. So I just do the baby hair instead when it comes to braids because I don't want them gripping that. So, and this is my sensitive spot is like right here, and easily like I could experience alopecia traction. I think that's what it's called. So I just be leaving mine out. So when I go to the braider, I map out this part right here. It's especially because that's where my hair typically starts to thin. So I don't have time for that. Oh, it's afternoon? Okay, I guess I can get into it. So honestly, me covering Love Island is starting to become irritating for me. I really got into Love Island because I wanted to analyze the people on the show and how they chose to show up on the show to help other people that are migrating environments like because I get this a lot, especially during my mentor sessions where people are dealing with toxic work environments. And so because of that, this is free. Like I'm not charging people to hear my takes and things like that because I feel like this is like community work for me. Like I like doing content that can help people and to pick up certain personality traits, certain red flags in people, not just men but women as well. And it's irritating when people get in your comment section because you're giving criticism to a woman that they stand or that they love, and I'm just spotting out like the either inconsistencies or the toxicity, and then I have someone like, oh, you're downing women, you're downing the next woman. It's like I don't do that. And then like I'm downing the next woman because of some rivalry, and I'm team Shelly and team Olandria, and like I am grown. Y'all are aware I'm grown as fuck. Like I don't act like rivalry and competition is I don't do that shit in real life. So why the fuck would I do it over characters in a reality TV show? And this is when things start to become weird for me. And I'm going back and forth on whether or not I should even review Hood's interview. Cause like people are just getting nasty, weird for no fucking reason. And when things start to get weird like this, I just detach. Cause you're not about to stress me out. Like I don't give a fuck that much. Seriously. Or better yet, I could just react to it and put it on my Patreon. I don't gotta put it public. Like maybe I'll do that. And then what's rude is when people get in my chat box or they get in my comment section and they're bringing up other content creators. I'm not they mama. We not even friends. We're content creators. Like y'all act like I know them for real. And then people want to talk about parasocial relationships. Parasocial relationships, I'm not delusional about how this is the internet and I'm talking to strangers. Like I'm not delusional about how I don't know the characters on a show. It's just it's getting weird. Like it's getting to a point where I don't want to associate with this energy anymore. Y'all know how I do. I'll disconnect in a heartbeat. For real. If I do review it, I might just put it on my Patreon because I don't have time for that. And then I could understand like if I was just mean and just rude and just you know just dishing out like slander. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm not even doing that. I got people in my comment section like gaslighting me. Like it's insane. And then talking about parasocial relationships. Like I don't give a fuck about this shit. I'm getting paid to review this. This is not something I'm doing for free. Are you aware? Like I'm aware of what I'm doing. Are you aware? They taking it way too serious to the point where bye. Like I don't need this shit in my life. I don't have drama like this. Like I don't have rivalries and competitions and shit like that in real life. So I'm not about to have it on the internet. Like, am I crazy? I'm thinking about not reviewing it. Y'all know when it come down to me protecting my peace, I'm gonna protect my peace. And I feel comfortable doing it because I feel like Shelly and Alandria, they have the support that they need. Like, that's just how I feel. But at the same time, like, I'm kind of like in the middle, because I don't want people to feel like they can run me off the internet when it comes to my opinion, especially when it comes to toxicity. And let me be very clear, I'm speaking on their behavior. That's what I'm speaking on. I'm not speaking on anything else. Like when someone commented and said you're trying to down the next woman, and this is where things get weird for me. It's like women can sit online and talk about men and their behavior all day, but then when someone clocks your behavior or another woman's behavior, it's an issue. And just because I'm clocking somebody's behavior, I don't like them. Like I have a disdain. The only person I really don't like, and I don't give a fuck what you have to say about it, I don't like Huda. Like I don't like her. It's not a secret. I don't like her. I don't care for her. She's trash. Period. I don't like how she treats people. She's not a good person. Period. Now, Amaya, I've already explained myself when it comes to Amaya, but I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm a blind lady and I can't read based off of my own experiences that I've gone through in my own life, where I've seen toxicity in people that don't mean any harm, but it's still harmful. So it's like people want me to overlook that. I'm not. I didn't vote for Amaya and Brian because I don't care for Brian. I feel like he's a snake. Y'all not changing my mind about that. So it is what it is. Like people just get too like weird. I just I don't get it. But there's nothing y'all can say or do that would make me like Huda. I think she's a trash individual. It's the truth. She's trash. And she's only for herself. So Amaya, tread lightly. I mean, think about it. If she was close to Shelly and she was close to Olandria, what the fuck you think about to happen to you? So you're mad at me that I can point that out? You really think it's because of how Shelly and Olandria move? No, it's because of who Huda is. She doesn't even keep friends in her real life. So you're just next up. That's it. So it's like you took me being real about Amaya as if like it wasn't real advice to where she should take and watch her own back. Cause Huda is the type of woman you can't trust, which is why I don't like her. Like, what is there to respect? What is there to like? She's not trustworthy. She distorts information and details. She lies a lot. Like, I just don't understand. Like, what is there to like? I don't get it. What is there to be inspired by? Nothing. And I feel like disliking, and that's the thing. Like, I don't get offended when people dislike me. I just don't like it when people try to talk shit about me. Like, I'ma block you. Like, I don't care to hear your opinion. Like, when I don't like somebody, I just move around. But I decided to react to this. That's what I decided to do. I didn't think I was going to meet this character on this reality show that I just really can't stand because I don't like how she carried herself and handled herself. And then I did. I left a little room for edits, right, to be taken out of context and things like that. But this lady is literally moving the same way she did on the reality show. So it's just like even the ounce of grace that I was willing to give her, like that shit gone. Like, I don't, it is what it is. I just don't understand. It's like people want me to like somebody that I don't like. And this is where things always get weird for me because we live in a society where people want you to perform. Like you want me to fake like I like her when I don't. That's weird to me. Like that's super weird to me. And these are the type of people that can't handle rejection. I handle rejection very well. If you don't like me, don't watch. I'm not begging. I'm not even charging. I'm not telling you to come here. Please watch my platform. Like, watch. If you want to subscribe, cool. If you don't, then don't subscribe. Like, I'm not gonna be like, why didn't you subscribe to me? Like, I don't be buying followers. It's weird. It's like people really be wanting you to care when they don't like you, and it's because they're projecting how they deal with rejection. I don't deal with rejection the way that you do. I feel like I'm here to serve who I'm here to serve when it comes to my commentary. That's it. It may not be you. So stop watching. That's the thing. I don't follow Huda on any social media platform. She's not in my For You page as far as like her own content. The only reason why she's in my For You page right now is because she's being talked about. Once she dies down, like she won't be in my For You page. It's like people really give people that they don't like so much power. Like you give people that you don't like or you can't stand so much power because you give them your energy, you give them your time. You pay them way too much attention. Way, 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 way too much. Like just stop watching. Stop listening. Just disconnect. It's like people act like they don't have the ability to do that. You do. Girl, this gonna be my last season. I will never watch Love Island again. I don't even watch TV. That's what's so funny about this whole experience. Y'all, I don't watch TV. I watched Nelly and Ashanti because I reviewed that. I watched Love Island and I reviewed that. The last time I watched TV was when I reviewed Love is Blind. I don't be watching TV like that. I don't. I don't. People be telling me about shows and I be like, oh, okay. I do want to get into TV shows and reviewing reality TV shows or even characters on shows and movies and stuff like that. But I'm literally just doing it to help people when it comes to reading people in situations. That's it. But do I like care? No. Do I support Olandria and Shelly? Yeah. I don't like how they're being treated. That's not changing. I don't like how they being treated. I don't like how they're being painted out to be. And as a black woman, like I've been in a position where I've been painted out to be something that I'm not. Even in this space, like I've dealt with it. It just looks differently. I just don't like that. So, and then when I bought the Nicolandria shirt, I told y'all that I was buying it simply because this generation needs to practice slow burner connections. These fast burning connections is the reason why baby mama, baby daddy culture is at an all-time high. Like maybe we should slow down, get to know each other before we hop in the sack. It don't have shit to do with religion. It don't have shit to do with your mama and your daddy. It has everything to do with what is truly best for you and your best interest. And if you want your life to somewhat go a certain type of way, like I think you should slow down when it comes to hopping in the sack with somebody. Like that's just common sense to me. I don't know. It's like I'm the type of person where it's like I see people make the same choice and decision one after the next, and then I'm just like I see the outcome and I'm gonna do the complete opposite because I don't like the outcome. But it's like people will literally fall right into the same outcome of other people as if they didn't watch like 10 people make the same choices and the same decisions and not make a different choice or a different decision. I just don't understand that. And then like people are saying I'm trying to intellectualize therapy talk. If you say so, girl, if you say so, because my therapist, she wasn't like conservative. She was so unorthodox. She was very blunt and very cutthroat. So I don't like, what is therapy talk to y'all? I just need to understand, like, what is that? I feel like people who have therapy talk, who have went to therapy, are just manipulators. That's it. That's all. I mean, you do learn things in therapy. Don't get me wrong. Like, you do learn certain terms and things like that. But the real work is always outside of your therapy session because you actually have to put the information that you learned in therapy into work. And that's where things get tricky. It's just like a trainer. You could go get a trainer to work out. That don't mean you're going to lose weight. It just means that you got a trainer. That's all it means. Just because you get a therapist, that don't mean like you're just this good person and you're just this perfect person. You just got a therapist. Like that's it. I don't understand like why people are using like therapy as like some type of crutch. It's not. And when people do that, it's a red flag for me because I'm just like, just because you went to therapy, that don't really mean anything. It's all about how a person acts, how they behave. Are they consistent? If they're not consistent, then it's like it's bullshit to me. I'm all about consistency, pattern recognition. If I don't see that, like I just don't take you serious at all because you don't even take yourself serious. You're not consistent. And just like if you went to go get a trainer, your trainer is not going to take you serious when you're not consistent. I don't understand like when people are going to realize consistency is how you win at life. It doesn't matter what area of your life it is, like college, education, health, fitness, hell, staying hydrated, like everything involves consistency. And when it comes to consistency, you also have to have discipline. So therapy is not going to be easy. Like that's the thing that be killing me when people be talking about therapy. I just be like, therapy was hell for me. Like therapy was not easy. First of all, like, oh my God, the ego death that I went through was very hard because it was triggering. Like it made me feel like I was dumb or I was unworthy or like I was like this bad person. And it wasn't that I was a bad person. I just needed to correct things in my life. That's it. That is it. That's it. That's it. I feel like when what makes a person a bad person to me is when you are consistent in hurting people and when you are consistent in being oblivious to how your actions impact other people. And there has to be a consistency of that. I don't just automatically mark you a bad person just because I don't like you. And that's another thing. I can dislike you and still not think that you're a bad person. And this is the thing about being like a neurodivergent or like a multidimensional person and understanding duality. It's like people think that the world truly is black and white, and it's not. Like that's the programming in which your belief system operates in, but my belief system does not operate in black and white. Life is way too complex for that. So I'm always going to consider the nuances in things, in situations, in people. So when it comes to Huda, like I don't like her and I don't think she's a good person. And the reason I don't like her and I don't think that she's a good person, she's consistent in how horrible she treats people. If she was inconsistent in how horrible she treats people, I wouldn't feel this way. I would feel totally different. I probably still wouldn't like her, but I wouldn't think she's a bad person. And there have been times where I'm just like waiting to see like this change or like this different side. And it's just like it hasn't happened to where it would make me feel differently or change my opinions about her. Because that's another thing. It's like, we have our bad days. We have our bad moments. We're not perfect people. I'm not perfect. There have been moments in my life where I showed up and I just was not my best. So it's like I give people the room and the space for that. But what a lot of people want me to be is a dummy bitch. Like that's what I think. I feel like a lot of people just want me to be dumb as fuck and not be able to see when somebody is clearly playing in my face. You cannot play in my face. I can be very compassionate, understanding. I can even be empathetic to you and your situation, but you're not going to play in my face. And I feel like when you're empathetic and when you're compassionate, like people really think like you're just a dummy. And I'm not a dummy. Like I will give you grace, but once you like cross a certain boundary where you're consistent in just doing this thing and it's repetitive and it's over and over and over, I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt. Like we're at a level where you have shown me who you are, who you actually are. So it's like you're not about to keep playing in my face just because I'm just this empathetic, compassionate person. And it's like that's what people want from me. And I'm just like, y'all not getting that shit? Y'all not. Y'all like people that are fake, phony. Y'all like people that come on social media and just flat out lie to you. But because it sounds good, you're cool with that. And I'm not that type of person. I'm not. When you're truly authentic, people are going to feel mixedly about you. Period. That's why I'm like, when people feel like they have you all figured out, that person is not authentic. That person is being fake and phony. So even when it comes to Jessie, like people getting in my comment section about Jessie, I was like, I don't like how she did this and I don't like how she do that. And I'm just like, first of all, I need to put a boundary in place again because I haven't had to do this in a while. Don't come in my chat box. Don't come in my comment section about another content creator. Don't do that. Like I'm gonna block you. Do not do that. It's messy and I don't like that. I'm not a drama person. You will never see me in the middle of drama because I try to prevent it from even happening. And it's like I don't want to block Jessie's name off of my YouTube channel like I've done in the past when it comes to other content creators, but I will do it because it's not that I have an issue with her at all. It's just I know how people are and I know how messy they are. Like I have B Taylor blocked on my YouTube channel because I don't want people being messy in my comment section. I got some other content creators blocked too. Because people be messy in the chat box. You're not about to come in my chat box. You're not about to come in my comment section and talk shit about somebody that I'm cool with. Cool with. Not friends with, like cordial with, associate with. Like, you're not about to fucking do that. That shit is weird. And then, like, I don't feel comfortable seeing that in my comments in my chat. If you have an issue with her, go take that shit up with her. Why are you in my Like that shit is weird to me. I don't like that. So I just be blocking people. I block their name, keeps the drama away. Yeah, we don't gossip and we don't sip tea, but I feel like because I do the commentary and stuff that I do, they feel like that's what we about. No, we about learning over here. So the therapy talk is for a purpose. It's not to create some rivalry with two girls that I don't fucking know. I just be like, what? Like, y'all, I've never been in a rivalry with like other girls. Like, I don't know what that's like. I had that experience. Like this situation right here. Hold on. Like them linking up and like doing all of this stuff. I feel like social media is turning it into this rivalry. Who knows if Shelly and Olandria and Huda and Amaya are really like in this rivalry mindset? Like, where are y'all getting that from? I just feel like the timing was interesting between the two. But I have dealt with girls that felt like we were in some type of like competition. To be honest, when I see this photo, I see a woman getting used. I don't see a rivalry. Huda may be having that mindset, but I don't think Amaya has that mindset. I just think Amaya, she just is sometimes she's not street smart. I'll just say that. She's a smart girl, but she's not street smart. And there's book smart and then there's street smart. And she just does not give me like street smart when it comes to like people, and she needs to, because I feel like she has two leeches, um Huda, and then she has Brian, and I feel like they're just leeching off of her. Like I don't even know if she's aware of that, but when you have an anxious attachment style, you allow people to leech onto you in a healthy way, and then when they discard you because they feel like they don't need to use you anymore, and then you are anxiously still attached to them, that's when things get weird. So and it's like, this is therapy talk, right? So but it's like I have wisdom. So it's like if I see some shit, like I'm gonna speak on the shit. I'm gonna speak on it. And not to be like egotistical, like this is really coming from like a sane place. Like I really believe that this is my purpose, and I really believe that God has given me this platform. My ancestors have given me this platform to where I could really help people. So it's like when I say this, I'm rarely wrong because I'm very intentional about the things that I say. I'm not just saying the shit for some surface level rivalry bullshit that social media has created between four women. Like I'm not doing that. I'm not. Like I'm not. However, we're not about to overlook the fact Huda went in that interview, and I've been seeing clips where she kept talking about how she wasn't getting attention from Chris because of Shelly, and she felt some type of way. And we saw how Huda was acting on this show and how she came across very competitive when it came to Shelly. Like that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Man, Huda just lies a lot. That which is I don't even like. I saw the clip that the edit that TikTok had made when she said that no one was there for her. I saw that. I saw that. Huda says a lot of things that just don't make sense. So, she is like a Krishan. She is a Krishan. Her enablers are going to be a part of her downfall because it's just going to get to a point where she's going to need to apologize about something, or she's going to need to be accountable for something. But because of her enablers, she's not going to do that. So just know that it's coming. And that's what I saw with Krishan. I'm just like, even when it comes to me and having my own platform, I've had to come on here and be accountable and apologize. Hell, I took down my Ace and Shelly video. It's not hard. Like people try to make it seem like being I don't know. I feel like accountability is part of being authentic. It's like you got to know when you could have did something better or you shouldn't have done something at all. You know what I mean? Or maybe you felt like in the moment you were doing the right thing, but now that you look back on it, you're like, yeah, I'm not really rocking with that. So let me just do the right thing and make the corrections. And I keep telling you, like, when it comes to accountability, I'm action based. I'm not talking about the shit. That's why the video is down. Cause I could have just came on here and I could have just told y'all, well, you know, I just want to hold myself accountable. Like use therapy talk. Oh, I just want to hold myself accountable about how I made the video about Shelly and Ace, but then still keep the video up and make money off of it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. We not the same. We're not the same. That's the difference. We're not the same. Because I could easily give you that lip service. It wouldn't be hard. I literally see people do it every day. But when it comes to that money, when it comes to that money, people not gonna choose integrity. They're not gonna choose it. Every single time I be looking for it. When it comes to losing money, right? They not gonna lose the money. They're gonna take the bag every single time. So there's just one thing that I noticed. Like, real accountability is action. You can do verbal acknowledgement, you can do verbal ownership, right? But accountability is really about change in your behavior. And it just seems like people miss the mark with that on social media. They think it's just owning up to what they did. And it's just like, if you're going to own up to what you did and then continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, or not even correct it, then like you really didn't take accountability. You just manipulated people. You manipulated people. Let me repeat that. You manipulated people. That's all you did. And this is why, like, when content creators get into some, I don't know, like scandal, people are not really feeling the apologies. They're not really feeling the sit down PR videos, because it's just like they keep doing it again and again and again. But then they're not getting canceled either. So I don't know what to say. You have to reflect on things. What else did I want to talk about? I also wanted to talk about, you know, people have been telling me that I need to sit down more, and I need to do videos where I just talk. So let me see, what else did I want to say? Um, why this is what I do want to say too. Am I being lumped into what other Black women are doing when it comes to this hooded situation? Because I feel like I am. And this is why, like, I be keeping myself separated, not because I don't like how social media is like, when you link up with somebody, then all of a sudden, like, you're accountable for every little thing they do and every little thing they say. And it's like, I'm not their mama. Like, go talk to their mama about it if it's really that serious, because don't talk to me about it. Like, we cool and everything, but don't get it twisted. Like, this is me. I'm responsible for myself. I'm not responsible for another person. Now, if they do something that I just feel like is just so ridiculous, and they need to be accountable for that, then that's when things get a little tricky for me. But it also depends on the level of relationship that I have with that person. If we're like really close friends, okay, like, because I'm sharing a vulnerable space with you in this friendship, where it's just like, I need to be able to trust you. But if it's like an associate, or like I don't even know what else to say, an acquaintance or something like that, like, I'm not gonna be like, you need to be accountable for. Girl, I'm grown. They grown. They can be accountable for themselves. I haven't, and that's the thing. I'm blind. So, like, people are coming to me about stuff, and I'm just like, I'm not even watching them. Y'all are. The hell? Like, I haven't been watching Jesse this entire time because I've been reviewing this myself. Like, I'm very anal about that. I'm very anal about that. I don't want to sound like another content creator. If I'm talking about something and it's a similar topic, I wait until I'm done. I don't want to sound like them. I want to be myself, and I want to be original. Then listen, I don't see nothing wrong with people wanting to support who they want to support, but I just think shit get weird when you want to bully people into liking who you like. Like, I'm not about to, like, people are talking about in my comments, talking about, oh, I don't really like Jessie like that. So do you want me to bully you into liking her or something? Or are you coming over here trying to get me to not like her? Like, that's that hive mindset that I just can never get with. I'm not a group thinker. I don't do what other people do just because that's what other people are doing. I don't care. This is when social media be getting weird for me. And where my popular loners at? Like when things start getting weird like this, you know what we do? Where my Sagittarius is at? We disappear. That's what we do. We disappear. Cause y'all doing too much. Like y'all, this is supposed to be like light. This is not supposed to be heavy. Even though this reality show is heavy because of the racial tension, man. And the racial tension in this country is heavy. So it's just like, come on now. Listen, y'all get it twisted. I can never be in no rivalry on social media. I'm not even in rivalry offline. I'm a popular loner. Do you know what that is? We move solo. Okay? Like I will drop your ass. I will literally detach. I'm so for real. Especially if you coming with drama. Now, if you bring nothing but peace, you can stay. I'll stick beside you. But if you come with some drama, I will drop your ass so fast. You should talk to the girls that I've been cool with in the past. They was cool until they wasn't. And it always started with some drama or some mess. Some he say she say stuff or some we in competition with each other. No, we not. You in competition with yourself. I'm out. Toodles. I don't do that. Like popular loners don't do that shit. We're popular by accident. We're not popular on purpose. We're not looking for attention. We're not looking for support. We just happen to get it. Like you do people not understand what it truly means to be a popular loner though? Like this YouTube channel and me having this platform, this was all an accident. Like this was not, I gotta be honest, when I started this platform, this was so unintentional. This was not on purpose at all. This was, I can't say it was a mistake. This was you know when you just do some random shit? Like this was me doing some random shit on a random day. And I was in a depressed state and I just wanted to be creative. So I was doing like hair and beauty content. And so I was in my room escaping and like entering into the virtual world, naive as hell, because I didn't know what I was really getting myself into. And then somehow I got popular online. Like this shit was not on purpose. This was this was an accident. I did not know. Like I wasn't getting paid when I started this channel. They wasn't paying me nothing. I wasn't even monetized. I was literally just doing this shit for fun. This was so random. And I feel like popular loners, like we do random shit and it ends up just working out for us. like like we do random stuff. I feel like Sagittarius is, y'all can relate to this. We be doing random stuff and then somehow like we meet somebody, we get in for free. They laying out the red carpet, like we getting VIP bracelets. Like y'all know how it is. I'm a Sag moon. So I'm an Aries sun, Sag moon, Gemini rising. That's a lot. So you know how it is when you just be on some random stuff and like you get the best experience of your life because it was just so random and people really like your energy. And so then all of a sudden you just get a lot of access. You get free access. And then you don't be paying for nothing. And then the next thing you know, you getting invited to the next link up with these random people that you met on a random Tuesday. That's how it is. So this platform, this was random as hell. This was not on purpose at all. At all. And I don't even have no sponsorships. I be looking for sponsorships, but like even that, I've gotten strict on sponsorships too. I don't want to be sponsored by just anybody. I really don't. And I have the mindset that God is going to provide, so I don't have to scam. I don't have to do things that I don't want to do that really compromises my belief system. So it's just, it is what it is. Could I get more money? Of course. There's always more money out there. But like, one thing I learned when I first started, and I did get caught up into the whole like sponsorship stuff because I feel like that was like the thing to do, was you can lose yourself in that as a creator. You can lose yourself in that. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance on myself, and yeah, I'm just not gonna do any sponsorships unless like it just really speaks to me. It has to really speak to me. It has to. And if it's not speaking to me, then I'm not doing it. And God is always gonna provide. So I don't gotta scam y'all. I've been doing this for 12 years. I ain't never had to scam y'all. I never had to scam y'all. And there were times where people sent me hair. I sent that shit back because I'm just like, I tried to dye it, or no, I tried to bleach it and it got ate up. And I was just like, I'm not promoting this. If it can't withstand the dyeing, the hair, the bleaching the hair, I'm sending it back. Mm, I'm sending it back. And then, like, if you been here since my hair reviews, I used to tell you, girl, don't sleep in this. Girl, this is one of them wigs that you pop on, and then at night you hang that up, okay, and you wear it the next day. It'll last you. It could last you a good 4 to 6 months, but don't be like sleeping in it. Don't be working out in it. Like that's your I'm walking out the house type of wig. Like that's what I used to do all the time. Cause I'm not about to lie to you. Oh yeah, girl, you can swim in it. Girl, you could wear it to the gym. Oh, you could do all of this stuff. No, you can't. And then how crazy am I gonna look when you do it and then like it looks a mess? I never understood content creators that would just lie to they fan base like that. That's crazy. The bald headed podcaster. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I did. I heard about that. Mm. Hell yeah. Listen. Gym wig, work wig. This is when I was really into wigs, like heavily into wigs. But y'all know how I get though. This is the bob. We're into work, sis. Okay, be in your CEO, COO, be in your supervisor, administrator vibe, and then when you get home, take out that middle part, bust down. Like how we do it over here. We do it just a little bit different because you know different hair for different environments serve you differently. That's all I'm gonna say. Like if I even at 33, if I was to go out a night and I was to go to a club, like try to like live my glory days or some weird shit like that, girl, I would take out a middle part bust down wig. Girl, it would be flat. And then I would pop on what are they called? What are they called? I can't even think right now. Um Dang, press on nails, some long ones, and then put on like a bodycon dress, and we just have a night of fun. Or if I'm not trying to be seen, like I'm trying to be under disguise or something like that, then I'm gonna bust out like a pink or a red wig or something like that. So people be like, is that Yoni? No, that's not her. She wouldn't even wear her hair like that. I would do something like that. Hmm. Thank you. That is Alexa. Thank you so much. The pixie. I miss it, but it was hard trying to maintain that pixie after a while because black women, we really do have it hard with our hair though. We do. I understand the black women that don't work out because of their hair. I get it, but it's just we have to work out. Like working out is a priority on social anyway. I'm I need to. Ooh, wait a minute. I need to get back onto social media. So, okay, so spiritually, right? Let me talk about what I've been going through spiritually. This year has been insane. I'm hanging in there. And how has it been insane? Things are not going according to plan. They not. This year has been so crazy. Like the plans I had, the goals I set, it's just been like I'm missing the mark. I feel like, right? This is how I feel. Is it true? Spiritually, I don't think it's true. I feel like everything works out and it goes according to how things are supposed to go. Like everything works out and it goes in the way that it's intended for you to grow. So, yes, going into this year, I had so many plans and I just feel like I've been hit with things back to back, back to back. And I'm just like, damn. And then you get exhausted. Like you really get tired because it's just like, oh. So like I feel like I'm emotionally eating. I feel like I'm like not being consistent with the gym because it's just like I'm emotionally exhausted because so much is just keep happening. And then like the world and where it is, it's like really putting me in this place of like uncertainty. So it's just like, how do I keep going? Like, how do I keep picking myself back up? And it's like, and then when I pick myself back up and I'm going again and I'm like consistent, I'm doing, okay. And I'm like holding on, then something else comes in, smacks me upside the head. I'm like, And then you feel like you got to start over. You got to start back on square one. And I'm like, I'm tired. Damn. And what I've learned this year is that it's okay to be tired. It's okay. It's okay to get to that point of like exhaustion, like just everything, the world, just life, just where you are. Like, it's okay to just sit and like acknowledge that I'm like really tired. And I think sometimes, especially if you're in survival mode, we try to push through it, right? Because we think that like that's the thing to do and that's what makes you strong. And like sometimes your strength is just acknowledging like I'm tired. Like I don't know if I can do this. And I'm not even trying to get emotional, but it's just been one of those years where it's damn. And also, what I've been struggling with this year is not comparing myself. And I've never really struggled with this, but all of a sudden I was like, I'm struggling with comparing myself. And when I mean comparing, not looks, not body, not surface level things, it's like, okay, like when is my big break gonna happen? Because I've been like going up this thing for years. And I'm just like, well, when's my breakthrough? Because come on now, like I don't know if I can keep like doing this, and then you start to question like, am I investing wrong? Like, do I need to invest in a different thought process, or do I need to invest myself in a different way? And I keep getting spiritual messages that no. And I'm like, no. So then I'm like, okay, so what is this? And it's just like one adverse thing after the next. And I'm just like, okay, is it developing characteristic that I need? I guess so, honey. Is it giving me something to talk about? Hell the fuck yeah. Because I'm just like, come on. And it's just been one of those. And I knew, if you follow me on Patreon, I told y'all it was gonna be a challenging year. But even when it left my mouth, I don't think I think it's because it's mental exhaustion and it's emotional exhaustion that makes it so much heavier. So like even when I said it at the beginning of this year that this year was going to be challenging, I still wasn't prepared. And that's how challenging it is. It's like preparing for it, you wouldn't have been you can't prepare for this. Like this is not you can't prepare for this. No way. January 6th, things just started unraveling. Like, and so I'm just like, damn. And I had so many plans, y'all. I had so many plans, and it just seems like it's just not the right time. But one thing that I will say, I had to sit back and I had to reflect. I'm like, because I've been given opportunities to collaborate, to do this and to do that. And the timing has always been off. Like the timing is just not right. And y'all, I've been given like so many people have offered me things and it's like, oh, I can't because I have to do this or I have to do. And it's like, I have to. Like I have to do this or I have to be there for this person. I have to be there. And so when it comes down to that, I'm like, it's not an alignment. But what I will say is these opportunities are mine, meaning they're in my aura field. Like they're I have them. They're waiting on me, right? But alignment still has to be in play. And divine timing is at play. So I just need to stay focused on that. And it's still hard, it's still challenging because you know how it gets. Like you want things when you want things, and you want things to happen when you want things to happen. And then what's frustrating is like you see these other people being able to take on these opportunities that you're not able to take on right now. And it's not even that the opportunities are not or have not been presented. And that's the thing that I've been struggling with. Like I've been waiting on these opportunities. I've been dying for these opportunities. I've been praying for these opportunities. And now they're finally here. And it's like, they're still like out of reach. And it's just like in my face, like dangling in my face. And I'm just like, this is torture. Like, ah, this is torture. And I keep trying to tell myself, like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like, you just need to stay positive. And even with it leaving my mouth like that, it's so easy to say, but it's still hard to do. It's always hard to do. Like, I can come on here and preach to y'all all day, right? But to practice what you preach, and this is why I respect people who really practice what they preach, because I'm like, when you're the type of individual that really practices what you preach, it's hard. It's fucking hard. It's hard as hell. Like, it's so hard because you have to show up and you have to be consistent and you have to be disciplined and you have to work through the challenges that are hard, that are tough. And this is why I will always seek out the people that really practice what they preach, because I see you. Shit. This shit is hard. It's hard as hell. And I will always like have a special place for people like that. I call them the underdogs. Call them, the outcasters, the forgottens, the late bloomers, the late but blooming still. My bloom is still gonna happen. Like, I believe in it. I think everything happens for a reason, and I believe that my bloom is gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna speak it into existence. And that's another thing. Like, I gotta get back to speaking things into existence. I went through a rocky time where I was very, very confused about direction. And I was in this fog and I couldn't really see. And God has given me the gift of being able to see. Like, I can see and see what's to come and to see what's ahead. But sometimes as a seer, there are times where we can't see anything. And so I would say within the last 10 months, I have not been able to see ahead. And so it got to a point where I didn't even want to create a plan or create goals because I was in this fog where I could not see. And so it just got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm being told to be still then. Because oftentimes when you go through periods where you can't see and there's a fog, typically it's because you need to just be still. I don't like being still. Because I'm like, well, what's about to happen? Do I need to prepare for anything? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm one of them type of people. Well, what's next? Like, because I'm a planner. And part of that is control. I'm a planner. I think Virgo in like my fourth or fifth house, somewhere where it has a lot to do with like, I'm a plan. That's where my perfectionist comes in, like all of that stuff comes in. So when I can't see ahead, it's hard for me to plan. I'm a big planner. I create big plans. Like, I execute my plans. Like, I don't play about my plans. But it just got to a point halfway through the 10 months, it got to a point where I was just like, I don't even know what to speak over my life. Because it just like, I couldn't see. I'm like, is that a good thing to speak over my life? Should I speak that over my life? Or should I not speak that over? Should I plan for this? Should I plan for that? Because it got to a point where I would make certain plans and then like the plans would fall through, or it just felt like it wasn't aligned for me. And I'm just like, the hell is going on? So am I doing something wrong? And then that's another thing, is like, when I feel like I'm doing everything right, but things are still not flowing, then I feel like, oh, like I must be doing something wrong. So like I start to check everything. Like, am I showing up? Am I being true? Am I being myself, authentic? Like, is there something in me that I need to work on? Because that's my first point of correction, is self. I don't believe in correcting things on the outside. Like, I really believe like could it be a mental shift? Could it be a thought process? Like, I'm thinking about all these things and I'm just like, or am I depressed? That's another one. I'm like, I'm not really depressed. I know when I'm depressed. I'm in a dark hole. This was fog. This was not a dark hole. Like, this was not being able to see clearly. It was not a dark hole. A dark hole is when there's nothing but darkness around you and you feel isolated and you feel alone. I don't feel alone. I feel connected. But there's this fog. And then this is the weirdest thing. This is the weirdest thing. I have the fog, but I feel support. I know it sounds crazy. Like, I feel the support of like my angels. I feel the support of like God and everything, but I still can't see. And I'm like, but it finally hit me probably a month ago that I've been going through nothing but tests. I'm just like test after test after test. And the tests have been triggering at times. The tests have been somewhat confusing. The test, girl, the tests have been tempting. Okay? Because the sugar daddy, that was tempting. I was like, well, if the business stuff don't work out, I guess I could just go. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if the business stuff. And so I'm like, I could use a vacation. You know what I mean? I'm stressed, But I'm like, that's not what I want. So I rejected it. And it's just been one thing after the next because I'm just like, okay, like, what is all of this about? And so I'm like, okay, so I'm just being tested, tested, tested. And I feel like the test is to truly see how I respond to the things that I'm being tested with, how I choose to deal with it. And so once I put that together, I'm like, okay, there's a lightness that comes with that knowing. There's a lightness that comes with that understanding, that understanding. And so it's like, okay, it literally brought me a level of peace that, okay, I'm being tested. I'm passing these tests with flying colors. There's one test that is currently in progress that I know about. And so I'm just like, okay, so once I work through these tests, I know there is a huge reward on the other side because I've been in past phases like this. But this one still was different because there's a fog and I can't see. And there have been times before where it's like, okay, I'm going through like tests and stuff, but I can still see ahead. This test, I'm completely blind. I can't see anything at all. And another thing too is juggling these things. And then the biggest test of them all is not suppressing my feelings, like not suppressing my emotions. Because in the past, I would do that. Like I would just push it down like vomit, swallow it, and I would push through and numb myself. I have not drunken any alcohol. I take gummies and stuff like that, but I'm not like using it to cope. Um, I've smoked out like socializing and stuff like that, but I have just stayed clear of alcohol completely. And then I'm not using marijuana to escape. Like I just use it here and there when I want to like let my hair down or like relax and like, have an experience, but I'm not like using it in the way that I've used it in the past where I'm going through things emotionally and I'm just avoiding them. So like I would just go smoke and then avoid the emotions. And I'm like not doing that anymore. Like I'm not escaping what I'm experiencing and what I'm going through from an emotional and mental perspective. Because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I would use marijuana and check out. Bye. Like even when it comes to the hate that I'm getting on social media, y'all, like literally, I ain't gonna lie. Past versions of myself, they mad. Well, I don't care. And it's like I would literally escape the negativity because I'm just like, oh, I don't gotta deal with that. I'm gonna just go smoke a blunt. Like I would literally do that, or I would just go take an edible because I just felt like, well, I don't gotta do it. But I'm just like, no, we're gonna sit in the discomfort of people feeling some type of way about me. Like sitting in that, like, oh, they don't like me or they don't fuck with me. Okay, that's cool. I'm not escaping. And then I'm trying to find healthier outlets. Okay. So my healthier outlets, I want to take this art class, but again, alignment. I haven't been able to commit because it's like this, I think it's like a 12 course or 12-week thing where you go to class and everything. So I want to take this art class, y'all. This is my literal dream. Seriously, art. I wanted to go to college for art. People talked me out of it. My parents talked me out of it because they said there was no future in it. So now I have the opportunity to like take classes and I really want to do that. But alignment, back to alignment. I'm like, I can't commit because I got to see about family and I have to do this. And I have prior things that I have things that I'm prioritizing. And so it's not allowing me to commit. But the one and the desire is there. And I'm very proud of myself because the desire and want was never there. Because again, I was using marijuana to escape. In the past, I've used alcohol to escape. But now there's this desire to get back into something that I really love, and it's organically transitioning me into this desirability because I'm not escaping. And see, that's the thing about tests, right? Like, you don't know why you're being tested in the way that you're being tested, but it's all for a reason. And so now I'm seeing that desirability like build. I'm like online looking at classes, seeing how much it's going to be, seeing what my schedule is going to look like stuff like that. And there have been past times where I would think about it. It would be nice, but something in the back of my mind would tell me like that's just not realistic. Like, you shouldn't waste your time with that. But now it's like, why not? I mean, what else do I have to lose at this point? Because it's like you start to get in this space of like, but whatever's gonna bring me happiness, then I'm just gonna go and do that. So I'm going to pursue it. And I want to get in different types of art, different forms of art, and things like that. Like, I don't want to just do this or that. Like, I kind of want to just do it all. And I also want to go to an opera. I want to get into performing arts. Like, I've never thought about getting into performing arts because it was just nothing that I never got to really explore and things like that. But people have always told me that I'm very entertaining. And I don't know, I never really took that serious. Or I have a lot of trauma associated with being entertaining. I gotta be honest with you. Being the fat funny friend is traumatizing. And so I'm just like, do I want to be seen as entertaining? Because that was traumatizing. Sometimes I used to think that I would get invited out because I was the entertainment for the night. And that's a horrible feeling. But do I like to be entertaining? Yeah, I like to have fun. I feel like it's a form of like having fun and being goofy and just doing dumb stuff. But then this is the challenging thing about commentary, right? And wanting to be taken serious as a black woman. Because that was the thing. When I was the funny fat friend, people didn't take me serious. And now I feel like people take me too serious. I swear, black women, we can't win for shit. I feel like people take me too serious. Like with this reality TV show, like, girl, it's reality TV. Like, relax. This is fiction. Okay. I feel like there are real situations that you can apply to like real life scenarios and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, what they filmed on this reality show was edited. So like we didn't get the real, we got the edited. So I'm very particular about how like that's the reality of me reviewing this reality TV show. Like, it's edited. But when someone comes out of that space and they still carry the same traits, that's not acting. Like, that's not entertainment. That's somebody showing you who they really are. So I just want to get back into things that I really enjoyed, but I don't want it to take away from me being taken serious. Cause like, y'all, I put in a lot of work to be taken serious. Seriously, like I went to therapy, I lost weight. I take myself seriously. Like, I have an abundance of self-respect. So I put in a lot of work to really be taken serious. So I'm not trying to go backwards. So I'm just trying to figure out, I'm trying to also navigate a healthy balance. And then when it comes to my Instagram, like I want to get into fashion stuff and things like that, but people sexualize my body type to the point where people don't want to take me. Like, once I put my body out there, it's like people then don't want to take me serious. And it's like, why can I not be beauty, brains, and self-respect? Like, why is it so hard to be all things that are possible to be as a woman? Like, why do we have to be just this or just that? And it's just like, when you're a multidimensional person, you being just this or just that, you're not happy in it. Like, you're actually very depressed. And one thing that, ooh, so spiritually, I got the download that um, I'm a bird that's in a cage, and the the cage is open, but I refuse to fly out of it. I am attached to my pain being my identity. And it's hard for me to like let it go, or to move past it. It's like you've healed. It's okay for you to fly out the cage. Not only did you heal, but you deconstructed and you really changed a lot of things. Like your belief system, it was so limited that it kept you in this cage. And it's like the cage is open. Go ahead, fly. You can fly now. And I'm just still hanging out in the cage. Girl, I'm traumatized. And so I'm like, okay, like I'm leaving the cage. Like I can like go and do what I want to do, which is part of the reason like I'm looking at those art classes, but why haven't I like booked the class? You know what I mean? Like it's like, girl, you're out the cage, but it's so weird. Like your pain and your trauma, like sometimes you just don't understand how if someone has been comforting. And I know that sounds crazy because there was a point where I was addicted to chaos. You know, I didn't feel like I was worthy of anything unless I went through chaos to get it. And now I'm like, okay, I don't have to go through chaos to get things that I deserve. And I understand that, right? But for whatever reason, like physically, I'm struggling to just I don't know what it is. And I feel like that's another part of this test. Like, are you going to leave the cage? And when you leave this cage, it comes with a lot of judgment. Like, being misunderstood has always been very triggering for me as a late bloomer, as an outcaster, as a popular loner. Like, people just don't get me. And part of being a multidimensional person, you have a lot of interests, you have a lot of thoughts, you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of different perspectives, and you just you're unique, and you're an individual. And so when I was younger, like I always felt like being misunderstood, it just made me like want to be small, to not even fit in, because it didn't matter. I was never going to fit in because my thought process was always just so different, because I'm not a surface level thinker. And so it's more so just so people won't pick on me, or like people won't bully me, or people won't be so misunderstanding of like who I am. And it's a major struggle because I don't want to be misunderstood. Like I want to be seen. Like and this is another thing. I want to be seen for who I really am, not just seen, not just sexualized, like not just helpful. Like I'm not the help. Like you know what I mean? Not just a content creator, or a YouTuber. Like I really want people to see me for real. And I think part of me not wanting to leave the cage is because I've tried to leave the cage before. And I was put in the cage by force. And I was forced to be in this cage and conform in a way, and make myself smaller. And then I've also been put in the cage, and I've been ridiculed to the point where I've been called things that I'm just not. Like it's or labeled things that I'm not. And then like walking, like flying out there is like scary because there's a whole world out there, and there's so many different experiences that you can have. And it's like I want those experiences, but like I know that sometimes when it comes to experiences, like you have to accept the good and the bad. It's not always going to be just good all the time. There's some bad things that are going to be in there, right? Or there's some things that are going to be uncomfortable, right? And so it's not always bad things. But I keep getting like the spiritual um green light that I don't have to worry about the bad things because I'm wiser, and I don't have to worry about the bad things because I'm protected, and I don't have to worry about the bad things because sometimes it's best to be misunderstood and to be yourself and to be happy than to conform and still be misunderstood, but to I guess you're more accepted in a way. And I just struggle with that. And I gotta leave this cage though, y'all. Cause like, and then this is another thing. When you do the work and you really deconstruct and you come out of a false identity, depression can fester. And the reason is because the old identity, it doesn't feel right. It's not natural. It feels like I'm like suppressing who I am. Like if like I'm putting like tape over my mouth or I can't breathe, it's a different type of feeling. And so and it could lead to a place of unhappiness, regret, hell, maybe even resentment. And I don't want to be like that. And then it's so crazy. I was like that at one point. I was very resentful. I didn't feel like my life was my own. Felt like I was living for other people. So even though I have worked on myself, it's like I could even take it a step further, right? So people are gonna be so much more judgmental, and so much more. I'm gonna be so much more misunderstood, and it's hard for me to really, 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 really accept that. It's an acceptance. It's really acceptance. And it's crazy, like me talking about this to y'all right now, it's like putting things into perspective as I talk about these things. And it's so crazy because spiritually, I've been told to like come back to my social media platforms and like reintroduce myself. My name is Yoni, and I started this YouTube channel like 12 years ago because I'm in this new identity. And the past versions of myself, like I started this platform, I made a name for myself, but like even the things that I was into or the things that I have said or done, like some of those things I don't really fully resonate with anymore. And so even though I've made a name for myself, and some would even say I've proven myself, right? It's really time for me to like really truly step into my true authentic self with me like really healing and working on myself. And so much has changed for me, like so much. Like I look at the world so differently, I look at myself so differently. Like I have so much abundance of like self-love. Like I've never had like this level of self-love in my life because again, it was back to being in the cage and not really liking who I am because part of who I am was conforming to what others expected me to be to try to be understood. And then this is another thing, is like we are influenced by those around us. And so because we are influenced by those around us, conforming is what everybody does, to a certain degree. Like even if it's just you going into work, you got to deal with that boss, or you got to deal with those coworkers, or your family, you know, conforming around them sometimes. And you feel like at times you have to wear two masks or two faces, or you have to put on a poker face. And it's like you don't want to do that anymore. You just want to show up as yourself, and you want people to see you, but that may not be possible. And it's the acceptance that comes with that, like accepting that that's just the truth of this experience called life, and accepting it for what it is, and being okay with it. And I'm going to tell you, like, when it comes to happiness, I know it sounds so simple, but sometimes, like, accepting and just being okay is how you sometimes just get happiness. I know it sounds crazy. Like, with everything that's kind of like going on in my life right now, I've still been able to keep a very good spirit and keep a good headspace because I'm just like accepting things, and I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. And a lot of times, like, unhappiness comes from stress, like worry, like worrying yourself to death, getting anxiety. And sometimes when you just, and life is not perfect. Life is never going to be perfect. But sometimes, like, to keep your happiness and your peace, okay, it is what it is. All right, let's deal with it. And you're not doing it from a place of avoidance, numbing yourself. Those are all my like habits, right? Because that's my shadow side. I will numb myself in a heartbeat. Like you're talking to the girl that used to pop pills. I will numb myself in a heartbeat. But I'm not doing that because I know what it leads to. It leads to depression, suicidal thoughts, um, And I just don't want to do that. I want to deal with this in a healthy way. And I'm navigating that. And me navigating this is like, okay, all right. And acknowledging how I feel, acknowledging my emotions, acknowledging that, you know what, things are not going according to plan. Things are not turning out the way that I thought they were. And you know what? It's all right. It's all right. And I start to focus on what I'm grateful for. Like, I have my health. Even though my mom has had a rough year, she's getting healthy. She's healing. My dad is super supportive, is going above and beyond to be there, and my brothers are helping. Like, we're all communicating better and supporting each other and like really working together like a community, like a village, like a family, you know. And that's something that we always struggled with when we were younger, like how to properly communicate. We have had to communicate in ways that in the past we didn't have to communicate, or it was bad communication, or it was miscommunication. It's like it's really forcing us to step outside of our comfort zone. It's really forcing us to be vulnerable and to express feelings of love and compassion. It's shifting the nature of our family at the root. And it's crazy, you know, when the matriarch goes down, like, you feel it, and it's very emotional, and everyone feels it. Like, it's like a major impact, which is why, like, women, you have to know your worth. Like, you have to know, like, your essence and your spirit, and what it does to a home, what it does to a family, what it does for children, when it does for the community. Like, you have to know, like, it's a major impact. Do not allow this patriarchal system to convince you that your impact, it doesn't matter. It matters in a major way, in a major way. And it hits people in a way that is not physical. Like, it's like gut wrenching. Like, it's like it burns. There's like the burning sensation in your chest, and like there's like this flutterness in your stomach, and like there's like this, my God, like, and the only thing people can do is be there for you. That's it. That's it. And that's it. And people really start to see how they've taken certain things for granted, and how they wish they could have did this better, or they could have showed up better, and things like that. Because like, the matriarch is so important, and this system doesn't teach us how important it is. And I feel like with everything that's going on in my personal life, like, I'm able to speak about these things in a way that's very spiritual. So it's just like I'm seeing it from the perspective of the matriarch is like the foundation, it is the backbone, it is what keeps things going. Seriously. And so when there's a crack in the matriarch, there's a crack in the foundation, there's a there's a major issue. Like, you need to call them people and have them come out and fix it right away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just let the crack happen and let it sit there. It's in No. Know your worth and know your impact. And being able to fill my mom's shoes has been an honor, but at the same time, like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, lady. Like, are you, this is insane. This is insane. Like, honestly, like, this is really insane. Damn. Never downplay your worth as a woman. Like, honestly. And you don't have to have kids. Like, you could just be a woman in the community. That's it. Just be a woman in the community. You're a nurturer. You are someone that the community needs. Period. And the world that we live in will try to convince you that, oh, you're not needed. Hell, you're not wanted. You're not even desired. That's bullshit. That is straight up bullshit. And it's just like what I've been witnessing and what I've been seeing lately. I'm like, wow, they lied to us. Like, everything that they tell you, just flip it, just reverse it, because that's what you need to do. But I just feel lied to. And this is why, like, when you go through these awakenings in your lifetime, of course your belief system is going to change, because you really feel like you've been played. Like, of course my belief system is just going to change. And so, just seeing things from a real place, like seeing things from a place where I'm not being programmed or told what to think or how to think about what I'm experiencing. I'm coming up with my own understanding about the shit. And it's just like, they lied to us. Y'all, they be lying. And you know, I've been in this space for years, and I don't like gimmicks. I don't like gimmicks because people told me gimmicks. People, that's the thing. It's like, do you know how horrible it is, how traumatizing it is being a bigger girl and you want to lose weight and like people are giving you gimmicks? People are selling you gimmicks. People are preying on you and they're weaponizing the fact that you're literally desperate for weight loss. So like when I tell you I despise gimmicks, I despise it. It's part of my trauma. I have been tortured by gimmicks. Seriously. And so I'm really big on, even when it comes to this space of social media, like really I'm not going to sell myself out for a gimmick to sell to an audience for money. Because that's what happened to me. And it gave me so much falseness, like it gave me so much like false hope. And I want to give you real hope. Real hope that can help you in a real way. Gimmicks, I despise, y'all. Like I could just think about times where I was literally hanging on by a thread and someone sold me a gimmick. That could have ended it for me. Like that could have really just, oh, okay, well, I'm out. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I really don't have the heart to do that to people for some money. Like, that's insane. I just, it's just not, I'm really big on like impact. Impact. Like, I think about the impact, right? And I think about how it impacted me when someone did it to me and how it just really messed with my self-esteem because people will lie to you and be like, oh, but I did this and I did that. And this is how I look. And this is how it worked for me. And it's bullshit. That pisses me off. So I know sometimes my truth can be raw and very unfiltered, but I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm saying it because it's not a gimmick and it's the truth. And one thing I've learned about the system, they will lie to you for profit. Period. I ain't lying to you. God got me. I'm gonna be all right. 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 I may not be able to go out here and live like a super, super fancy life, and that's fine. But at least I can live a life that I'm truly proud of because it's just like one of those situations where all money ain't good money. I mean, everyone, you've heard the saying, all money is not good money. It's just, it's not, it's not, it's not, it's not, it's not, it's not, it's not. So that's why red pill is crashing out. None of it works because it's gimmicks. Like people will really just lie and just sell you a dream. Like seriously. And then like I've been watching Mr. O Orlando. Y'all, I love his content. I'm obsessed. Like low key, I should start reacting to that stuff because like y'all, I am obsessed with that man. Well, his content because he's married. Like, let me not be weird, but I'm saying like I'm obsessed with his content. Like, so let me tell you the gimmicks that people fell for. The Airbnb gimmick. And now people are going into massive debt that could like really alter up their life for the rest of their retirement because they fell for the Airbnb guru on social media. I was just like, oh my God. This is why I don't like the blood on your hands. Like that's how I look at it. It's like it's really insane. It's like, y'all, people really don't give a fuck. Like, they do not care. As long as you paying them, they really do not care. They will go on about their life like, oh, made some money today. And that's it. Like, it's really crazy to me. So I'm just, it's just, thank you. That is so sweet. I'm just like really appalled. Like people really don't think about the impact that it could have on a person's life. You don't know if that was like their last chance or their last hope. Like you have no idea. And see, when you're a neurodivergent, like you can take your personal situation, right? Like weight loss and apply it to an Airbnb situation. Yeah. 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 Yeah, because even though I didn't fall for the Airbnb guru, I fell for the fitness guru. It's the same So like the way my mind operates, I'm just like, okay, well, damn, that's fucked up. That's where my compassion comes in. Like, damn. And I'm just like, it's really messed up, y'all. Like, and then people going through a hard time because it's recession, and people are just like overlooking the impact that that era of social media really had on people, from plastic surgery to uh Airbnb scams and PPP loans, and like scammers coming on social media, fake flexing and all of that like content creators just freaking lying and is not being honest. And I'm gonna be so honest with you. Are you ready? This is so unfiltered, but there shouldn't be this many content creators. There shouldn't. There's way too many. Way, way, way. And you want to know why? We live in a world where the majority of people don't have integrity. So how are there so many content creators? I need to know. I need to understand. How are there so many content creators when we live in a world where not that many people have integrity? Hmm. Hmm. And this is why I haven't sold you anything. Not because there isn't the opportunity isn't there. I just want it to really make sense. I do. And I've been on this journey for a while to really find myself. So I want to be found before I sell you anything. And I finally can say I found myself, but I'm still struggling to come out the cage. So we gonna come out the cage. We coming out the cage. But I want to stand confidently behind anything that I sell y'all. Like, I want it to be very meaningful. I want it to be very thoughtful. I want it to be useful. I mean, I don't just want it to just be anything. So you have to have integrity though. Like you, and we've put too many people on a pedestal when it comes to content creating and influencing, to where like there's a lot of scammers out here now. And so they talk a good game, and I've seen it. Girl, I recently saw it. Oh girl. And I liked her. I really did. But then I was like, oh, not a phony. And she has a big following. And it's always like that. And I'm just like, damn. Why is it always like that? It's always like that. But I be telling y'all, like, the phony people or the fake people, the reason why they do so well is because they're bold. They're bold. And the people with integrity, we are so intentional that sometimes like we're not bold enough, because we are wanting to be so intentional to the point where we may overthink it. So it's like you get mad at those people that get ahead, and they are where you feel like you're deserving of, right, as the underdog. But at the same time, it's like, well, them motherfuckers is bold as hell. They bold as hell. Girl, the stuff that they be doing, God, I know. Listen, what did they be saying? Jesus is gonna take off his sandal and slap you in the back of the neck. I know. God, one of ancestors, they gonna take off their sandal, slap me in the back. But they be so bold though. Like, I be thinking about the consequences. I be thinking about karma. I be thinking about all of these things. But you know what? I saw a clip of Share Seven, and she has a second YouTube channel, and I saw this clip on TikTok where she was talking about that when you believe in cause and effect, and when you believe in karma and things like that, it puts limitations on yourself. Listen, when I tell you, that woman, she be dropping gems after gems after gems after gems after gems, and I just be like, so I reflected, and I'm like, I know I wouldn't do anything to like harm somebody or anything. So why am I not bolder? I should be bolder. Why am I not bolder? I know I'm not trying to, like, I know I'm not gonna like misstep, but sometimes we care so much about how we come off to people, or how we're perceived, or how we're misunderstood or understood by people. Like, we care about it, but these motherfuckers don't care. They 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 don't care if they get caught up in a lie. They don't care if their reputation is ruined. They don't care if their business is out here in the streets. Girl, they don't give a damn. They are bold as hell. And so I'm not saying be bold for all the wrong reasons. I'm saying be bold for all the good reasons, right? But when you have a belief system deeply rooted in karma and just always thinking about the cause and effect of things, you're hindering yourself in a way. You are like you because you're afraid to put yourself out there and then be what, ridiculed or misunderstood or labeled something that you're not. But these people, they don't care. That's why they get so much further ahead. That's why they get the opportunities that we feel like we should have, right? Because it's like, well, we didn't scam. I didn't cheat my way to anything. But they did all of that. They don't care. They're very bold people. So it will just have you like reevaluate your thought process. Like you know the difference between right and wrong. You know the difference between no one can tell me that I don't know the difference between right and wrong. Because I'm always thinking about, well, how does it affect the other person? If and then I'm putting myself in other people's shoes. So I'm just like, oh, I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me. So I'm not gonna do it, or I'm not gonna say it, you know. And this always played me when I was younger. Hello, Tyra. How are you? It's been a minute. Um, Thank you for the super chat. Um, and you know what else? Someone said something very interesting to me too. It's not even just karma that I want to release, and this is gonna take time. And you want to know why? People have done me so dirty, y'all. So for me to remove the belief system of karma, do you know it? Do you? That means I have to let go of what people did to me, and it's so hard. It is so hard because I believe in karma because it helps me heal when it comes to people doing me wrong or doing me dirty or doing things to me that I felt like I was so undeserving of. Like I really did not deserve that. So, and let me know once this video saves, like, how did you get rid of that belief system of believing in karma? I just want to know because I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of times I'm like, well, I'm gonna let karma handle it, or I'm gonna let my ancestors deal with it. You know what? God gonna deal with you. How? Yeah, like legit not care. Because that's just, oh, I think that's your advice. I really feel like that's the only way that you can really get rid of it. It's like you just really can't care. So I need to get to that level. And like that's what I really admire about Share 7. She don't give a fuck. She don't give a damn. She don't care. But I want to always set that boundary though, right? To still do the right thing though. And when I mean do right, like really do right by those that I impact, but still not believe in karma. So, because, oh, but you know what? It's the whole believing in karma thing though is kind of like very similar to the religious scope of sinning and all of that. Like it kind of goes hand in hand. Oh, if you sin, you're going to hell. If you sin, da da da, and it puts limitations on people. But so does karma though. Karma does too. So when the sinning thing, I really noticed it with B Simone. I felt bad for her, like honestly, because I was like, she's putting so much on her, like she's putting so many limitations on herself, so where she's not able to really be authentic and to truly be in her truth and in her identity. And she looks at removing certain things out of her life as like a form of punishment, and it shouldn't be. Like you should gradually transition into wanting to remove certain things that you feel like are no longer serving you from a place of like gratitude because you've reached that understanding instead of like by force where you're like, that's a sin. And so it's like one of those situations where it's like I see it in religion, but I'm also starting to see it in spirituality as well, where I don't want to be in bondage. to karma or sins. Like I know the difference between right and wrong. I don't need that to be explained. I don't need there to be like a consequence waiting for me. Like I just don't want to do wrong by people. That's it. But I also would hang on to sins and karma and things like that because I believe in justice. Like I'm big on receiving justice or people receive, you know what I mean? So I'm a work on this. Maybe I just haven't like reached that level of consciousness where it's like there's a turn for me, but maybe y'all can give me a perspective in the chat box. But yeah, like, oh, becoming that unbothered is such a process. So maybe I still need to just work at becoming more unbothered. Um, yeah. And I think what's going to really help though is releasing the pain and the trauma from my past to really truly be unbothered because those things attached to me that I have attached to me is what triggers and what creates and operates a certain belief system that I have. And so I'm going to work on this. Like I'm really going to process this because I feel like this is going to unlock a new level for me when it just comes to like opportunities bettering myself and like really being seen for who I really am, even though I'm always going to have that other side where people are going to misunderstand me, but like just getting to that point where I just don't care. um oh, you argue with God. If it bothers me, I just let it out. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you, Aaliyah. That is so sweet. But I just wanted to come on here and chat with you all. Let me know, should I move on from this hooded situation? Because y'all, as you can see, I could talk about anything. Y'all not about to stress me out. Mm-mm. Girl, I'm about to go sit in nature and sit under a tree or sit in this gazebo that my dad built for my mom. Listen, one thing I will say, a good man, if he feel like he can't help in this particular area because it's just not what he's good at, he'll find something that contributes still. Okay? So my dad, he freaks out with this whole like blood and like seeing all of that. But he went and like did something else like, oh, she'll like this, or she'll do this, or she'll love this, like because she can't really leave the house. So he's like, I'm gonna build her a gazebo. You know what I mean? Like, who thinks to do that? But he is showing up in the way that he knows how, in the way that he can. And sometimes I feel like as women, we expect for men to show up in the way that we want, or in sometimes that we need, and sometimes maybe they just can't give us that, you know? But if he's still showing up, that says something. That says something. If he's still showing up, it's the ones that, oh, if I can't meet your needs or if I can't even meet your wants, then they just don't show up at all. And my dad has always been like that. And I'm starting to see why my mom married my dad because she tells me stories. And every time she tells me stories about why she chose my father, consistently, even if he couldn't show up in the way that she needed or wanted at that time, he still showed up. He brought something. Seriously. And I think that that is the core message of why she married him. And I'm starting to see that with age, you start to see things differently and you start to understand things from a more mature place. And I feel like I'm like currently witnessing that because I'm not gonna lie, especially when you get out here and you have your own experiences as a woman. Like sometimes when a man feels like he can't show up for you in the way that you need or you want, then he just does not show up at all. And my dad, he's the type of person where he still shows up anyway. He's just gonna show up as his best and give what he can give, but he's not gonna show up empty handed. He's not gonna show up without anything. So he built her a gazebo. Not only that, he brought her some nice outside patio furniture and like he's really like decking it out so that she can have a place where she can heal and she can rest and she can like really just look after herself. So I'm about to go sit out there under that gazebo. That sound like a husband, right? That sound like a husband, you know? And so I don't know, with maturity, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why. I see why. I see why. There be other women where I'd be like, I don't see why you married that man. I don't think he likes you. But it's that type of stuff. So I'm sharing this with you that when, sometimes we have miscommunications with men when in relations with them and things like that, because we expect things out of them, we want things out of them, and sometimes their best is not what we expect, you know. But if they're still showing up, like if they still have something to give, listen, that's a keeper. Yeah, he built it. I'm about to go sit out there under it and bought her a fire pit. He doing the most. And that's the thing, it's like my mom is telling me, oh, it's because he feels like there's not much he can do, so he's trying to find things to do. He's just like that. So like he done did a lot. I'm gonna have to show y'all all the stuff that he done did, because honestly it's ridiculous. And then not only that, he built her on the deck a place where she can, like, you know, hang out, and then a place underneath that she can hang out, and then a gazebo. Like he built her three spaces in the house outside where she could just go and sit. Even in the wintertime. Like if she wanted to go outside on the deck, there's a fireplace, there's a TV. She has this couch. She has, y'all, it's ridiculous. I'm just like, and I feel like when you go down how your man or your husband like really shows up for you, like that shit matters. Because I've seen men disappear. Seen them disappear. I've seen them. I've seen them just like not really show up. So yeah, like yeah, she has like three sitting areas. So she got the deck, she got under the deck, and then she got the gazebo. So it's really nice. And see, this is what I'm saying. It's like when you're a product of that, you can't just marry anybody. You can't just settle down with anybody, because you know what to look for. You know what the signs are. You know what the signs are. You know what it is. I'm gonna have to ask her. I'm gonna have to ask her. But I gotta be honest with y'all. She met my dad when she was 13 years old. So that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I be feeling like, you know, love and your soulmate and things like that. I really be thinking it's the right time, right place. Because my parents met by luck. He ended up switching schools, and he switched schools. She happened to be at this school, and they've been locked in ever since. I like if something is really in the cards for you, I feel like it will happen. I don't feel like you really have to alter yourself in any type of way to get it. I really just think if it's really meant for you, it's meant for you. And then I'm able to say that because what am I doing right now? I'm talking to y'all. I'm a product of them connecting, right? So there has to be a purpose behind it. And I don't think women are ready to accept that if there's no real purpose behind you meeting someone, right? Like a greater cause or something like that, then maybe it's not in the cards for you. And even I, with me saying that, right? I have accepted this, even though I'm a product of them. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's hard. It's a very hard pill to swallow. But one thing that I know about when things don't go according to plan or in the way that I want, it's always what I needed. And I ended up loving it. Like I ended up being grateful for it. It's just sometimes it's hard for us to accept things that don't go according to how we want or according to what we plan. And so I'm just at this level where I'm just grateful, and I'm accepting of whatever this life experience has to offer, and I'm not going to put like so much pressure on myself to like have these expectations or for things to go a certain way. Because what are the odds of me meeting somebody at 13? The odds were not that great because it was not in the cards for me. And for me to fulfill my purpose, a lot, like I just got to be honest, because of past experiences, I've always been in relations where it's a man taken, not porn. And that has been my consistent pattern. And so when you have a consistent pattern of that, things are not in alignment. So I'm forcing something out of alignment. And that's not what's for me. So there's a huge level of acceptance. And it's hard sometimes to accept things because you want certain things. And it's also hard when you watch your parents who still are very much in love with each other. And that was another thing. Like he took her before she had her procedure, he took her on a little trip, and like they got on this My mama funny too. Hold on. They went on this zip lining. And so she needed that. Y'all, this is what my parents be doing. They be doing the corny couple stuff. Like, look at that. And then my mom, she was like, when we started coming back towards, when she was like, when we started coming back towards the dock or whatever like that, she was like, girl, I had to hold down my wig. I didn't want it to fly off. I was like, oh my God, I'm so dead. But it's like, listen, if it's in the cards for you, then it's in the cards for you. If you believe, and when it's a part of your destiny or whatever the case may be. And I feel like I was in the cards for my parents, and that's why I exist, and they had me. And so it's like there's a level of comfort that comes with knowing that. But if you come from a different childhood or maybe like a different marriage or relationship, I can see how it may be hard for you or challenging for you to accept, because I'm able to accept it because I'm like, well, I'm in my purpose and I really believe that I am in my purpose. So it's like, I'm gonna just accept whatever comes with this. But honestly, like being able to witness that and then be a product of it, there's like, I don't know, there's just a level of acceptance. You know what I mean? But if you come from like a broken marriage or a broken relationship or where you don't know your father and things like that, I think it's more challenging for you to accept things just how they come into play. But I'm telling you, like when people have like good things or a good relationship, it was meant for them. Like I don't know what else to say. Anytime I've seen like toxicity and stuff like that, where a person is really not being loved or cherished or appreciated or anything like that, it typically comes from a place of force. Like they really forced it. They really, 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 really forced it. So I'm just accepting what is. And didn't I say that earlier in this life? This is how you create happiness. You gotta accept what is, not what it could be or what you think it should be, but you just got to accept what is. And that's what I'm doing. And I believe in divine order. And so if you just let go of control and just accept things for what they are, who knows? It may really be in the card for you. But when you do receive it, just know it's truly meant for you. Okay? It's truly, truly, truly meant for you. And you won't have any doubt about it because you didn't force it. Yes. Yes, I think so too. This is yeah. From an adult or a womanly perspective, and maybe some of you need to do the same. Cuz I think for me to be able to say all of this stuff, accepting that your parents are not perfect and that I think what was easier to accept that my parents are not perfect is like going through my own struggles, especially with addiction, my own struggles when it comes to like just life and things like that. It's hard. It's hard as fuck. And I'm trying to wrap my head around how they did this shit with kids. They did this with kids. Like they did this at 23. Girl, that's crazy. So I'm trying to wrap my head around that, y'all, and I'm 33. So I don't got no kids. So it's like, damn. So accepting like your parents are human just like you are. And I'm still trying to figure out how they did all the things that they did at such a young age. So that's all I wanted to say because that's a lot. But maybe you should revisit, your parents' relationships and things like that. I had to revisit my grandparents as well and understanding the complex nuances of certain relationships and how dynamics can look different and things like that. And understanding that relationships are not meant to be perfect. They're not. They're not meant to be perfect. They're not meant to be abusive though either. They're not meant to be emotionally abusive, toxic, or anything like that. But they're not meant to be perfect. And sometimes social media will have you believe that relationships are meant to be perfect, and they're not, because you're not perfect. So just always keep that in mind. And there will be times where you go through things. There will be times that if you're in a relationship, your partner will go through things. It's just my thing is that I think my parents really stuck on. I think my mom really focused on is, are they trying? Like, are they showing up not only for me but for themselves? And I think like that really is the determining factor. I don't think it's about perfection, because I'm not perfect. I'm not going to be perfect. So it's about, will they step up and correct? Will they step up and grow? Like, I don't think it's just about, is the relationship perfect? But I also believe in deal breakers. I also believe like certain boundaries shouldn't be crossed, because if it interferes with self-respect, that's a deal breaker for me. So, or if it interferes with respect from being given to you by the other person, that's a deal breaker for me. So it's just, you know how social media is. Like, social media is very black and white. And your man, he gotta be a good, perfect man, or he's bad. Y'all know how I get. So keep that in mind. Um thank you, Dream. That is so sweet. But I'm logging out. Let me know if y'all want me to talk about this hooded situation. Show me. I don't know if I should tell y'all this. Should I tell y'all to show me by giving the video a thumbs up, or should I not? Because I still want you to thumbs up the video. Just comment. Just comment below. You could just drop an emoji. You could put it either in the chat, or you could put it after I save this live. But put my my light. Let me put it in the chat. Put this emoji. I don't even know what to call this, because I love this emoji. I feel like it's me. It's like my thing. It's like my light. Spreading my light around. Hold on, let me see. Because this is my emoji, and I want y'all to start using it more and more and more on my platform. Yes. Thank you, BC. Thank you so much. Yes. Because I'm big. Like, I share my light so you can share your light. Like, that's what this is all about. Okay? So, yes, this is my emoji. I would love if y'all would use it more and more and more on my platform. But I really like that. Share your light. I'm going to share mine. And then you go out into the world and you share yours. And even when you go through a challenging time, continue to show up and continue to show your light, because you don't know who you're impacting. Because I'm going through it and I'm still sharing my light. So you all enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm about to go spend some much needed, necessary time with my family, and I will catch you in my next one.